You can support me at patreon.com/Crimson60620 PS4 Gaming, and you can also follow me at Facebook Crimson60620 PS4 Gaming. Thanks for your support and enjoy the video. What's up, guys? I'm actually trying something new today. What I am trying is a review of Star Wars, episode 8, The Last Jedi. And basically what I'm doing now is just giving you my thoughts and impressions of it. And let's get a couple things out the back. It was a long movie. It was about 2.5 hours long. Typical Star Wars. I'm going to go into some spoilers after I just give you my overall impressions of the movie. Forgive me, this is my first time doing something like this. So, the first thing I want to actually say is it picks up right after the original movie actually started. Episode 7 started. Probably a few hours. And I know they said it was going to be like that when they were making the new movie. So you open up and it's kind of like The Empire Strikes Back. It's kind of like it's almost kind of like a brand new movie to the series. You have your fan favorites. You see, obviously Han is not there based on the previous movie. But you also have Leia, you have the Resistance running away. And it was a lot in the movie, and at times it felt like a 2.5 hour movie. Let's sit this down here. I'm doing this in one take. We'll do it live. But it was actually overall a good movie. It had J.J. Abrams' taint of BS, twists and turns in it, and some parts of it could have actually been cut out in some cases. The characters were also interesting. I got a sense of, just from all the characters, that unlike the Empire, where the original Star Wars trilogy, where you kind of felt like it was an air of incompetence throughout the Empire, even though it was mistakes being made through the First Order, it was less of a zero tolerance policy that they had. But it was still glaring mistakes that the First Order made. So the characters are actually fine. Finn in the movie, I don't feel like he had a lot more growth than what he previously had in the movies. Rey is still the idealistic, and Poe actually was a little bit more idealistic, but he tried to make some decisions. Leia, she was actually good. Luke was just amazing, and another character came in and actually stole the show for the few minutes that he was on the scene. Kylo Ren he's graduated from a punk kid throwing tantrum to sort of a mastermind, sort of conflicted. I still think the kid who played Anakin Skywalker was more of a whiny little brat. That's what we're gonna say. But we've actually danced around this a little bit more, a little bit too much. So let's go to the spoilers. So I'm warning you right now: if you do not want to hear the spoilers, then turn the video off. Go to the movies, see it. But as for me, we're getting to the spoilers now. So, big spoiler: Luke dies, and you got the sense through the movie that somebody important was going to die. I know that I was watching the movie critics saying that let this last, these movies be about somebody, the original cast getting one last hurrah and then getting killed off. Of course, we had Hans getting killed off. We have Luke getting killed off. Surprisingly, we don't have Leia getting killed off. And it almost seemed like she had plot armor because everything happened and it was like, oh yeah, Leia gets sucked out of space. Magically, she uses I guess it wouldn't be magically because she uses the Force to survive and bring herself into the spaceship and is crippled for most of the movie. Leia is trapped in this way, and it's like everybody was plot armor, and it was plot armor and who can follow my sword for Princess Leia. But, and of course, or should I say lightsaber, Luke falls on his lightsaber for Leia. What I really like, and I was having a conversation with somebody at work, is they were trying to play with the dichotomy of no, let the Jedi die and let the Sith die, and Kylo even says it. And let's just talk about it. Yoda comes back right when everybody's where it's been repeated that maybe the Jedi should die. Luke even said the Jedi should die, and he says some old ancient Jedi texts, and so he goes to destroy the temple and he can't do it, and Yoda pops up and says, you still haven't learned your lesson. You're always looking ahead instead of looking at what's going on. And Yoda destroys the last Jedi temple, and he says, to hell with it. Teach him. Don't try to be this religion. And that's the thing, that's the orthodoxy of the Jedi that caused their failure. And quite frankly, it's going to be a new path. And I can get into the philosophy of it, but it's going to be a new path. Another big spoiler, we found out Rey's parents was just some drunks that, sold her and died. No Skywalker connection at all. Although she was trying to reach out for a Skywalker connection, if you know what I mean. It was a scene where in a movie, Kylo and Ren are connected, and what do I call it? Kylo and Rey are connected, which turns out to be a plot of Scopes, and it's a scene where he's got his leather pants on and with a shirt off, and she's like, could you please put on some clothes? And that was just funny, and it was a lot of joking scenes in there. One of the funnest scenes is the little movies, the little birds. Chewie has actually cooked up a bird, and they look at it, and the little birds are looking at him like, no, stop, no, and he couldn't eat them. But it's just hilarious how, it's like they took that whole Disney charm of joking about what's going on and making it a little bit lighthearted, but you still felt weight, you still felt gravity. There seem to be more Force users that are popping up. It was like the very end of the scene. It was somebody that used it was a little kid that Finn had helped out, and you see him actually. They were telling the story of how Luke stood up to, you know, the AT-ATs, and the kid comes out and reaches for the broom, and it comes to his hand. It's just a fun movie, and it's almost not a movie that you want to go see in theaters. They have it in 3, and I didn't see any overt 3D stuff, but it's not a movie that you want to see in theaters. It's not a movie it's a movie that you actually sit down in your home, watch it. Movie night with the family, the movie night with friends, that you can just sit back and watch this movie. I know that I haven't been expanding my video library as much, or more like games, because obviously I do the gaming channel. But I'm thinking about expanding my library. And this, The Force Awakens, and the last movie, whatever it is going to be it. Overall, I say it's a definitely rewatch, but I have a low standard for rewatch. I rewatch crap all the time. But you're gonna have fun watching it. I thank you guys for watching the video, and man, enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.